That is so bright. I'm just blinding myself with how bright that is. Look at how it lights up the course. Little SCX30 lighting the way. And if you're out with your friends and you don't have a flashlight, all you gotta do is pick this guy up, and boom, you got a flashlight. Whoa, look at that. So you have your SCX30 and you want to take it out for a night crawl, or maybe you're in bed, all the lights are out, the wife's asleep, and these two little headlights just don't give you enough light to see where you're going. Well, Hobby Detail has this little light bar that should be the answer. Let's go ahead, install it, and see if it actually makes it any brighter. So Hobby Detail reached out and sent us this light kit. It retails for about $15.99. It comes in a straight light bar and in the circle light bar. I wanted to do the circle to kind of keep it looking stock. It comes in a yellow light and in a white light. I chose the white, but what you get in the box is the kit itself. And the cool thing is they don't have the plug attached to it. So that's going to really aid in the ability to install it, because I don't have to remove that plug as I drill a small hole. Well, we'll get into that here in a little bit. It also comes, like I said, with the plug and the screws to mount it to the stock location of the light bar on your SCX30 Jeep. You also get this wiring harness, which has a variety of different plugs, so you can install your rear tail lights, your headlights, and the light bar all in one plug. So that should make everything nice and clean, where you can also plug in extra lights should you get them in the future. You have the ability, I believe you'll have like an extra 2 plugs, but let's go ahead and take a closer look at this and we'll see where we're gonna drill. We'll drill into the body, we'll install it, and then we'll take a closer look at it once it's done. You know, it seems pretty comical. These SCX30 just keep multiplying. I'm not understanding how it happens, but this little one right here is dedicated as my trail truck with some light crawling capabilities, and so far it has proven to be the case that it is great at that, with the exception that I don't have very much lighting. These headlights are cool. They light up a little bit of the darkness, but with replacing that light bar with what we have here, I think it's going to make a huge difference. So let's go ahead and check out what's in the box from Hobby Detail. Again, these are $15.99 from the website. I'll link it in the description. But like I mentioned before, you guys can get a closer look at it. We have the round white light bar with the wiring, and the plug is not attached. That's going to make life a lot easier, because when I install lights sometimes and the plugs are attached, I have to take the plugs off so that I can fit it through the hole that I'm going to drill into the body. So yes, you will have to drill a hole into the body, and I'm thinking I'm going to put that hole right about there. So I'm going to go ahead and prep it and run that wire, and I'll show you guys what that looks like before I mount everything. Another cool thing that they include in the packaging, which I ran into an issue as I was installing my receiver, and I run a MIUS receiver in pretty much all of my micro builds, whether it be the SCX30 or the SCX24s. I tend to always run this MIUS receiver. This is the M04B. Now, it does have an adapter for the plugs, which are these right here. So if I'm running like a standard plug, I have to plug this into the receiver, which was an issue trying to plug these little plugs here for the lights into that. It just didn't work, and I couldn't plug those into this. So I got lucky with the headlights on this Jeep. I was able to plug that in on 2 of the, well, it worked. It wasn't something that was the easiest to do and figure out, but on channel 3, the lights work on this receiver. So that being the case, I will be able to take the adapters that MIUS provides when you purchase that receiver, and you'll be able to plug that into this harness and plug it into the receiver without any issue. And what's cool is you get all these plugs now, so that I can plug in my headlights here in the front. I can plug in my taillights, so I'll gain those back. I had taken those out recently. And I'll be able to have the light bar plugged in. So I'll have all of those lights running. And should I decide that I want to install anything else, I'll have 2 more plugs to be able to install other lighting systems into this vehicle. So I know that folks are saying that they want to install more lights, but it might affect the runtime. Now, if you're running a stock SCX30 battery, which I believe is only 160 milliamps. Let's check out one of these here and check out one of the batteries that they have in the stock. SCX30. So yeah, I only have about 160 milliamps there. So not very much life in that, not very much juice in it. So if you're running that stock battery and you install more lights, of course you're going to have less runtime. But since most of my vehicles that I work with, as you see in the background, are more custom, I tend to run different batteries. Now for this one, because I'm building this trail type of reliable build, is kind of what I'm going with on this one, is I can run a much larger battery. This is an Enlightened RC. I believe this is a 300 milliamp. I might actually be more. I'm gonna have to double check that. I'll let you guys know as I'm driving exactly how big this battery is. But just as a size comparison, if you guys want to look at it for that, and this is a 3S, mind you, so it is not a 2S, but this is the stock battery. This is the battery I'm going to be running. So you guys can see I should be able to have a decent amount of runtime, even compared to the 2S that I was running in my Proline build that you guys see in the back. So that being the case, in the way that I run this, I should have a decent amount of life, and I have a few of these packs. They aren't very expensive. I want to say this is like maybe $13, maybe $10. I want to say, I'll double check. Again, I'll link it in the description. But this Enlightened RC battery, because I'm running this Jeep body, I can put all of that inside without any issue at all. So I'll get that all cleaned up. But yes, I'll be running a larger LiPo battery so that as I run the lights, I can run everything and still have that longevity as far as the lights running while the vehicle is running. So just keep that in mind. It probably will affect your battery life if you guys are running those lights, but there are ways around that. If you do more of a custom build, you can always do that. So this ESC is rated at 3S, as you can see right there. And this is all in Jora. If you guys are interested in that video, I do have a full video out regarding this build and everything in it. So I'm going to go ahead and drill the hole for the LightBar, remove this, and then we'll be right back. All right, so we have our hole drilled. Now, I didn't actually go through the body. I was about to, but looking at where this light is going to be running, I decided to go ahead and just put a hole into the, let me see if I can show you this a bit closer, into the windshield here in the front. And I didn't even have to take off the mount. I left the mount on there. So you can choose to take that off or not. I left it on, but I just drilled into the windshield right there. So I actually preserved the body, and I just drilled through the windshield. Now, the reason why I did that is because I figured, let's say I don't want this in the future, I want to take it off, I don't have to put another hole into the body, I can just cover that with a sticker. So yeah, it worked out. So as you guys can see, if I run that wire all the way in, that wire is completely hidden. You cannot really see it at all. And then once I screw that in there, you'll see that it's kind of just disappears. So that is the route that I went. I didn't think about it as I first started talking about this, but as I started doing it, I decided to put it into the windshield. So you can see the wire running out the bottom right there. Very clean. And I'm going to go ahead and clean that up even more and make sure it's running the way I want it to. But I wanted to show you guys that that's what I did. Now, I accomplished that just by hand drilling. I used first a, let me see, 1/16 to kind of start the hole. And then I finished it off with a 5/64 to make it just the right size. And with that size drill bit, you'll be able to run those wires one at a time in there. And again, you can see that it fits the wires perfectly without any issue. And that placement there works perfectly for me. Now, the reason why I did it there is just because, again, I don't want to drill into the body. So just keep that in mind as you guys are going on to putting your lights on. You can drill into the body, or you can drill into where I drilled. So very cool. It does come with screws in the kit. They're super tiny. I don't have anything to pick them up with to really show you, but there is the screw right there. Super tiny. You guys know these SCX30s come with super small hardware, and the plug is included as well. So once I have everything situated, we'll get that plug installed, and we'll pretty much just about be done with the install. So not very hard. The hardest part is just drilling that hole and running the wire. After that, it's just plug and play on the most part. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. You guys see where I put the hole and what I used. Let's go ahead and finish this install up. All right, so we have our little tiny plug all ready to go. If you guys have any questions on which way or which side the wire goes on, My biggest recommendation would be just to take the harness it comes with, take the plug while it's unattached, and just kind of set it up there so you can see where the red and the black connection goes. That is if you guys forget, but I'm going to go ahead real quick and just test the lights to make sure that they're all functioning before I go ahead and finish up all of my wiring and before I clean everything up and kind of place things where it's out of the way. Because we don't have very much space, I don't want to put everything together and then test it and it not work. So we're going to plug in the headlights. We're going to go ahead and plug in the brand new light bar, and then we're going to turn it on to see if it works. So let's see if this goes here without any issues or hiccups. Looks like we're good. And then we're going to go ahead and just turn this on. I already have the transmitter on. Oh, I guess it would help if I had the battery plugged in. All right, now we should be able to turn this thing on. There we go. Looks like we got no lights, huh? Did I not plug this in correctly? We're in channel 3. Let me see where my headlights are at. Oh, well, we got that working. We got tail lights on. We have no headlights. Or no, we do have headlights. Just kidding. It's all functioning correctly. Just couldn't see it because, again, they're not that bright. So headlights working, tail lights. I don't know if you guys can see that working. And then you're going to be able to see those bright lights working on the top. So everything is functioning great. And it is super bright. Let me turn off a couple of these lights so you can see it a little bit better. Turn off this one over here. That should be able to, you can see really how bright those lights are. A lot brighter than I thought they were going to be. You look at them compared to the headlights. So headlights here, let's just turn off the top light. Let's just turn that one off. All right, a little bit darker in here. So we got the headlights functioning. We got the little red tail lights, and then we got the nice bright light bar there. That is pretty bright. Look at that. Shining on my hand there. Pretty cool. I guess I can turn off all the lights. Let's turn off the other light and see exactly what we're working with here. I normally don't turn off all the lights in my little studio here, but for the sake of science, we're going to turn off all the lights, and we're going to see what this little light bar can really do. So that's with the lights off. Let's see what it looks like without. Just cover that with my hand. So this is what we had before. See the little lights on my hand right there? See how bright? Let's light up this side over here. Okay. There's a white Jeep over there. Now you can see it. So nice little spotlight there. I don't know how many lumens this is, but it is pretty bright. So I guess if you're out crawling and you have a headlight or a flashlight that runs out, you do have a little handheld flashlight right here in the SCX30. Pretty cool. It is pretty bright. Wow. For such a tiny little car, that's pretty cool. Nice. All right. Let's turn some of these lights back on. We're going to get this all cleaned up. Yeah, so a lot brighter than what I thought. I guess the true test we'll see in that runtime, but like I mentioned, I'm running that much larger battery, so that should really help with that battery life, or with that, the runtime. So everything seems to be working. I'm going to go ahead and turn this guy off, and I'm going to go ahead and clean up the wiring and put this receiver back where it belongs, get it all cleaned up. And then the next time we see this, since we know it all works, it'll be looking all pretty with its cover on and the battery nice and hidden. So looks like a big hot mess right now, but I'm going to go ahead and get it cleaned up. It does work. Pretty bright. And it looks stock, like the original. Oh, I got one right here. What are the chances? Didn't really change the look. Now this one, for whatever reason, I guess you can kind of see they're kind of sags. This was pretty durable. It looks like maybe it was 3D printed. Not too sure. It might be 3D printed. But either way, it's a lot more rigid than the stock one. So pretty cool little upgrade there. let's go ahead and finish this up, clean it up, and then we'll go ahead and take it out for a spin in the night. I am recording this at night, so if I take it out to my course, we should be able to light it up. All right, let's clean this up. All right, so we're walking out to our course, and it is kind of dark outside, but let's use our SCX30 as a flashlight. It's not really that dark, but we're going to do a quick run on our course just to see what it looks like on the course at night. So, as you can see, it lights up the ground pretty good, and that's pretty awesome. We'll see how the battery life is as we go along, but I almost need to get new headlights now because the headlights are just dwarfed by the light bars. But boom, look at that, lights up the course. No trouble at all. Lighting the way. Tail lights in the rear still working. Headlights still working. And now we're just lighting up everything at the night. I couldn't show you the candid video of me using this in my dark bedroom. Well, it's because I'm at the shop, but you know, maybe later. But this little thing sure lights up the course very, very nicely. I don't need to do a very long run video on this, but as you guys can see, this little guy here has the ability now to go into dark tunnels, maybe with some zombies. Who knows what's in there? Looking pretty cool. Oh wow. I do like lights on my cars. Just makes it a little more fun. There it is. Pretty cool. If you guys want a set of these, well, not a set, I guess. If you guys want this LightBar, I will link it in the description. It's pretty cool. I give it a thumbs up. And I think with that battery that I have, I should be fine as far as runtime. I'll link that battery in the description as well. Like I said, it's an Enlightened RC battery, and I've had a lot of luck with their battery as far as size with the 2S and the 3S, and it works for especially something this small. But there it is, lights installed. Very cool. All right, please remember to subscribe. We'll see you guys next time as we continue to upgrade this little SCX30 and make it all the more better and fun.